Call us to order at 9:32. We have a quorum. I will ask, do we have the city attorney present?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Let that reflect in the minutes. First order of business is review the minutes from the February 24th meeting.
I make a motion, we approve them as written.
Have a motion, have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passed. Next order of business is a certificate of appropriateness hearing for 232 East Main Street. Do we have anyone representing that property, or do we need anyone representing that property, Joni?
I had talked to Mr. Patel. I think he's having some health issues.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that they're gonna be here. As you can see, I don't have an issue with any of his proposals as far as his, addition on the rear. The only thing I've, recommended is maybe the storage shed be moved to the rear of the building as opposed to the side of the building. You can see in the pictures, it is pretty cluttered up on that side of the building to begin with, and there looks to be plenty of room in the rear. That would be my only recommendation for the approval for that. But really, you know, that's really the only recommendation I
What's his
make.
proposed materials for enclosing that?
He's
cooler?
going to use a siding on the rear of the building, but now the shed that he's putting up is one of those Kentucky barns. Basically, it's a storage shed.
Okay.
So again, that's why I'm recommending it be moved to the rear next to his addition that he's gonna put in.
Okay.
Now, the bollard issue, that's not really us. We
Yeah.
don't really decide on those bollards. I've recommended he talk to planning and zoning about the bollards because they're not attached to the building, and we really don't have the ability to address that situation. So I would recommend that his addition is approved out of the rear of the building as is presented in the report. I would also recommend that the shed be allowed but be removed to the rear of the building as well, with less clutter on that end of the structure. And then the bollards, we would have to pass on. It's not in our purview.
I would like to note that you said in the report, because my immediate concern with the beer thing going out the back was, what's it going to look like? And so he didn't say in his proposal, but then you made a comment to make sure that it matches what's in the main building. So as long as we have that.
Right, he said
then
on one of the sketches that the addition would be enclosed with a log siding. So that's why I noted in there, because it wasn't in his proposal, but when I talked to him about it, we wanted to make sure it's a log siding. So you can see my recommendations there, and if you want, those will be the conditions on the approval if you so see fit to
Okay.
do that.
This is another one I'll make a motion to approve as per the recommendations of the staff, which we will have on file. And that includes making sure that everything is matching in their surface and moving the storage shed to the back.
I have a motion as amended, I guess is the proper terminology, and then a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any negative? No negatives? Motion passed.
Very well.
Thank Mr. Patil for being a good downtown citizen.
I will, the only other thing that we have today is the staff approval that I did on 115 North 3rd Street. They basically painted that canopy and put a sign on it, and it was within our guidelines. Again, we don't restrict paint colors or any of that issue, so it was literally a size issue and where it was applied. And those met both of our guidelines, so that was staff approved.
Being a
and-
neighbor, I'm glad they freshened it up, so
Yeah,
looks
that,
better.
and that was that,
Yeah,
so.
thank you. This is a regular meeting. Any other items to bring before?
This is really a regular meeting? We're not called meetings anymore?
No, we're back to regular
This is a
meeting.
regular.
Yay!
So we can actually talk about other stuff, should we need to, but I can't think of any other stuff.
The only thing that I might bring you guys up to speed is the grant and the surveys
Okay.
that are being done. The surveys right now are, the current grant cycle that we have is to survey everything between Lexington and Broadway and the commercial districts. All of the buildings have been surveyed. There is some banter back and forth between our consultant and the Kentucky Heritage Council. They're trying to get that worked out. The way he does the surveys, they have a new survey coordinator at the Heritage Council. Yeah, so we did get an extension on that, basically because of COVID. They allowed an extension, but this was becoming a little contentious, so I went ahead and got the extension on it so that we can make sure that that goes and is done. But the surveys are done, and as soon as the Heritage Council accepts them, that'll be a done deal, and then we'll move on to the next set of surveys, which again is over in the Lexington Broadway area. And that's pretty much that, so.
Speaking of the Lexington Broadway area.
Yes, ma'am.
They took down the cover of the porch across from the library on, just down the street from his office. You've got, if you're looking at the library where it's got the sign
It's
on,
on the northeast corner of Third and Broadway.
yeah, they took down a
Porch.
porch, and it was, yeah, that was what I said. And then so
It just disappeared.
the building is brick clad, but the actual structure underneath is wooden, which struck me as interesting, just from an architectural point. But I was curious if you knew anything about
The
that.
yellow brick building, I believe
Yeah,
it's yellow
yeah,
brick.
yellow
Not a
brick.
word, nothing.
Okay.
I need to drive down there and have a look.
It's the one where the pickup truck parks in the yard.
Is that part of the library building or?
It's,
No.
no, across the
Across the
street.
Across
street.
the street from the library building.
You will see it if you drive down that road.
I will do that this afternoon, or when we get out of here. No, I was not aware of that.
And the termites are flowing out of the hole.
Oh, great.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'll go have a look at that.
I hope they
when
don't
we
come
leave
down
here and
Broadway.
See what we need to do.
Something makes me think that is a rental property, but I don't know that for
Yeah,
a
I think
fact.
it
I'm
is.
pretty sure, I don't know who the owner is.
And I'm not, I'll have to look and make sure that that's within the
It
district.
may even be a
too.
duplex type structure. I'm not sure.
It may be right on the borderline of being in the district.
Well, even if it's not ours, it's a lot of stuff going on down there that would be.
I'll have to have a look, yeah. Let me do that as soon as I'm done with the city attorney meeting, I'll go and have a look. But no, I wasn't aware of that. And
Just in
again,
case you're bored today or tomorrow.
if you guys see something, please call me. You know, there's a lot of territory here and I don't always see it. So if you see something going on, shoot me a text and say, hey, come look
Thanks
at
for
this,
mentioning
and I
that.
will.
I noticed it, but it didn't ring a.
Yeah, no, I noticed it because it was like, whoa, look at that.
Well, that's like
striking.
I noticed that Harvey's has a boarded up window on their thing, and so I had Joni follow up on it, because I'm
Yeah.
like, what happened to the window?
Yeah, I called them. So, and sometimes it's just a call and sometimes people don't know. And so, yeah, if you see something, let me know and I'll go be the preservation, please, and have a look at it. So, no problem.
All right. Any other business? Told you. Motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second? All in, further discussion on adjourning? All in favor? Aye? Yes.
That was easy.